the other room being retarded.
That's ridiculous. All
I
right,
can hear
let's go
people
back to
downstairs when they
YouTube.
cough.
All right. It's showing live and we're good. So post your thing into OBS once you full screen your meeting again because it's showing up half cut off there.
Stop presenting.
All right. Well, you still need to make it public in YouTube.
Okay.
I know, shit's complicated. So many extra steps.
Done.
All right, let me just verify
Save.
that I can see it.
Minimize.
Yep, you're live. We're good there. Let me just verify I can see it. All right, make sure your window is full screen because we still got the dumb cutoff.
I haven't made it back to the window. I'm posting that in the comments.
Perfect.
Pin message. Close the window. Get back here. Full screen, I hope. Oh my god, that was a lot of work. I'm gonna have to start 15 minutes early from now on.
All right. Everything looks correct now. Yeah, sorry, that's so much extra work.
Oh, no worries. It's gonna be the same thing, getting into a routine of it. Now I'm just waiting to see if anybody joins us because I sent the link on Facebook Messenger to a bunch of people.
So, let me look at the comments.
And I spam posted it and whatnot.
All right. Perfect. Let me just make sure that we're in the right room. Yep, we're good. All right. Well, now that you've kind of got an idea of how OBS works, even though it is a lot of extra steps, it works really well.
Yeah, that was it was a little bit more complicated, but at the same time, it wasn't that bad.
Right, and this is like the steepest of steep learning curves. You're now able to do something that Frank refuses to do.
I'm not a tech person.
Yeah, you're able to do something that is too complicated for the man that advocates us buying $3,000 laptops.
I don't, don't want to do that.
I don't want to have to learn Apple all over again. Apples aren't actually all that good. Unless you are like dedicated to doing video or picture editing or music, there's no reason to buy an Apple.
Okay, can you see if the YouTube is actually live?
Yeah, the YouTube is actually live.
Okay. Okay, I can see it now. I typed in the wrong thing because I can see it on my phone. Alright, there we go.
Yeah, no, we are live. You need to change your layout in Google Meets because right now I'm bigger on the screen than you are.
What do I change?
There, change layout and then to light or tiled. Yeah, click tiled. That way, like everybody's even. Tiled.
I did click that.
That do it?
No, well, on my screen, I'm still small.
Yeah, you're still small on mine too.
Spotlight. I just
Like
did
I
that.
don't
Is that
need to
what it is?
be. Yeah, try that one. Nope, that didn't do it. Man, I was able to change it on my end. I don't remember how I did it.
I don't know either.
Try clicking sidebar.
What about now? What about now?
Hold on, I'm waiting for the live to catch up so I can see your screen.
Nothing on my end.
Yeah, it's literally no change. Right click on your window and like where your face is and see if we can just pin your face. Nope, now it's still just me. Click the two expanding bars on the right.
Yeah, that says
Um,
minimize.
all right. You're still kind of small. Click the pin. The one that's the push pin.
I just did. Oh.
No, on your face,
Oh.
not mine.
Oh. Oh. Nope.
Yeah, there we go. That looks better.
I stole the screen.
Yeah, now stop putting my face there.
We're equal. Alright,
Yeah,
this is the fun part.
that's the only thing that meant.
Get it all together. That's the fun part.
That's right. I swear we're actually professionals.
I swear I am computer illiterate and I'm just learning the ways, eh?
Man, I'm trying.
Well,
I still don't know that much about Google Meets.
me neither. And it doesn't look like anybody's watching on the YouTube. And nobody's watching
Well,
on
not yet anyway.
the Facebook. And nobody's joining us. So we're gonna have we'll have a short meeting tonight again. Now what I'm curious is if I can join on my phone like I used to do with Zoom and then walk out when the meeting is done.
See, that I'm not sure about. Because that would be wonderful. So, you have to remember at the end of the meeting to stop all of your streams from OBS.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to see you doing the D.
Yeah. I mean, luckily this computer
did you send invites to our core group?
To what? Yeah, on Facebook.
Did you send invites?
On Facebook Messenger, but I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna try messaging a handful of people. All right.
Oh, it's Bricks. That I didn't send it to Bricks because I don't think I have them on my Facebook yet.
All right, I just sent it over to Dave and Bricks. Oh, and Bricks is here.
What's up, Spiky?
Dope.
Got a fresh haircut, I see.
Yeah, I got a fresh haircut.
Hey, look at you go. Looking
Fine.
like a real human.
Right?
Oh, shit. All right. Well, I think we finally figured out the snafu that was all of the issues with the last meeting.
Yeah. Turn off audio output.
No, don't do that.
No, I'm trying to hear. I can't hardly hear anything. It's on speaker. Y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, we can.
Like I can barely hear y'all. Like you're coming through my like if I was like on the telephone with you guys, on the cell phone with y'all. Like I could barely
That's
hear you.
weird. Try leaving the room and coming back in.
Can you hear me now?
What?
Can you hear me now?
Still coming through my phone. Yeah, I'll try.
Do you have earbuds in?
Earbuds? Yeah, I have them by somewhere. Shit.
It probably sound better with headphones on.
Huh?
Probably would sound a lot better with headphones on.
Probably. I just don't have a pair of headphones. Like they're somewhere in the mix of shit.
But leave and come
Yeah, I'll
back
try.
in.
I'll do that right now. Okay. I was just trying to look at the options there on the side, so just in case. All right, let's see here.
All right. We've already lost Bricks.
He'll be back.
I know.
He'll be back. Three minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's like,
Bricks.
can you hear us now?
Oh yeah, a lot better.
Okay, dope. Sometimes it happens where you just get audio errors when you're dealing with mobile apps.
Right. I feel that.
Yeah, at least we're somewhat prepared this time to, do troubleshooting.
Yeah.
We weren't ready last time, but we did it anyway.
Yeah. Dave shouldn't have a problem getting in here then this time around.
I hope not. Hopefully he'll actually make it in.
Hopefully.
I talked to him earlier today. He said he was going Black Friday shopping. I was like, all right, that's what's up.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, that sounds like the worst possible thing.
Sounds terrible. Terrible, I'll tell you. Terrible. I wouldn't wish that on my enemy. Silence.
Stop making all your backgrounds memes.
Silence, I give you. Oh, memes? Do you want memes?
What the hell is that?
It's a minion. But it's a Tech 9 minion.
It's a boomer.
Dude, that's pretty fresh.
It's a Tech 9
Tech
minion.
9?
Minions? Cool.
Sorry, Frank should have never showed me this button. I'm just saying.
Did you know that psychopathic has a physical meme?
A physical
Really?
mean of.
They have a banner from the original Hulk TV series that has Bruce Banner on it, and
Oh,
it is the Bruce Banner.
Oh, nice.
I like it. I'm with it.
It is like the ancient of ancient memes that they made because they could.
Pretty fresh.
All right. Well, it is like 8 turtles, so nobody's joined, but we can go ahead and start. So, everybody here knows my fucking name. Hi, my name is D, and I'll be running the meeting tonight. Juggalos and Recovery is about the community and recovery. There is no judging here. Everyone is unique, and so is their recovery. Our topic tonight will be on Step 8 and the tradition behind the step. And I closed one of my windows I needed. Please feel free to talk about your experience. This meeting is about an hour long. For any newcomers, we appreciate the strength and humility you bring to the meeting. We're happy to hear you. So with that, now let's get into it. So I've been doing a step meeting, except for when Chris takes over because an old decrepit piece of shit. Um, so over the course of the last couple months, we've been going through the steps, and this week we're on step 8. And step 8 of Juggalos and Recovery is we made a list of all persons we had hurt during our lives and became willing to admit our fuck-ups and change our ways. As a result of going through the steps, we tend to take a look into ourselves. We decided something bigger could help us get our lives right. We decided to help others and not only ourselves. We look into ourselves and recognize the good and bad and accept whatever it is. We open up to others about our good and bad during our lives and had our homies help us turn our defects and our bad stuff into assets and to help us push along our changes. And while we look at the good and bad, we can come up with a list of people during our bad times and consciously become willing to admit our fuck ups to these people and to change our actions. I know for me, my actions were changed a long time before I ever started admitting anything to people from my past. And the principle behind this step is love, and love is empathy and compassion. It's being willing to admit our fuck ups, and it shows the people that we're admitting our fuck ups that we truly care about them instead of just always caring about ourselves. Which isn't an easy thing to practice because nobody likes to admit when they're wrong. I don't like to admit when I'm wrong. And I think a lot of people that I finally did and make amends to, they were watching me from the sidelines for a long time before they said a word to me, and a lot of them I didn't even remember about or think about or were the furthest from my mind. Because for me, like, the person I had to prove it to the most was myself. Like, I was my biggest fuck up. I was my biggest resentment. I tended to destroy everything, and everything was my fault. And in the midst of like the drug and alcohol use, like, I couldn't recall all the people that I may have caused harm to and did bad shit to throughout my lifetime. But the longer I stay sober, the more I start to remember these different things from the past and these different situations, and the more these people start to pop up. And to swallow my ego or pride, or to actually show that I care about what damage I may have done in somebody else's life, from the hurricane that I was, shows that I actually do have empathy for the things that I did in my life. You know, because when I got sober, I wasn't trying to keep living in a selfish manner, even though I was getting sober because it was about me getting my life together, which is selfish in itself. So I'm just curious Josie just messaged me. So I'm just curious, like Bricks and Chris, like on your journey, like what flaws did you recognize, and what actions did you take to change them, and what amends had you become willing to make, and how do you practice the principle of love to your fellows? I know for me, like my major flaws is I learned that I was a liar, a cheater, a manipulator, a thief. That's who I was when I was drinking and drugging. That's hands down who I was, and those things are what caused harm to everybody in my life. So the actions that I took to change it was to quit doing these things, these four major things that tended to be the same thing that always caused a whole bunch of drama and stuff in my life. Um, and in the process of making them changes, I could see the most obvious ones right there, and I just practiced living those changes and became willing to make amends if those people pop up, because I didn't want to like force myself on anybody that wasn't in my life, and I didn't want to force myself to make myself feel better about trying to apologize to people for things I did. I felt for me like the best thing I could do was have changed actions, not words, because people get tired of hearing the words all the time. And I just try to practice the principle of love by just trying to be there for the newcomer. No matter how many times I see somebody come in and out of the rooms, or how many times like I see people fall. Like I just try to always welcome people back and let them know like there's people here that care about them inside of this community and the others that I'm part of. Which I think for me is like one of the most important things to do. Do y'all have anything?
Yeah. Unless you want to go first, Chris.
I think this would be a good time for you to share some shit bricks.
All right. You know, I had a lot of I was completely flawed. Like when I was doing the most, just doing like the pills and whatnot. I would manipulate people, and I was really good at it too. I would be deceiving and lie about shit, but there'd be some truth behind it, and I would remember it pretty well, and it hurt the people. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody, but I didn't think I was hurting anybody. But I know now that I look back on it, it hurt not just my closest immediate family, but like other people that I cared about, and then I pushed away and whatnot. When I came out here to get sober, I left a lot of those people behind, and I literally 3 days into everything, regardless of how I was physically feeling, I started calling everybody and letting them know, like, hey, look, I'm really sorry this happened again, and I really want to change things up, because I'm not gonna let this beat me anymore. I'm gonna beat it. I don't want to be that dude anymore that, caused so much grief and guff. And bullshit, just can't do it. I don't want to do it. And every day it gets a little easier. I mean, a big part of it comes like a major depression, from things that people that I've heard or whatever, and I've called and I tried to make amends, but even my aunt, who, for the love of God, is a complete self-righteous bitch, a Richie bitch, like to the T. Like, oh, she's got like, she'll throw it in my face, like how she's got money and she could have raised my daughter better. And, I even asked her for a job. I was like, look, I'll work minimum wage and literally whatever you need me to do, like, I'll do. And still, like, she is so negative and so, like, towards me a lot anyway. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like I'm trying so hard to humble myself at the same time to a family member, and it just gets on my face, but I can't let that affect me in a negative way. I know that's just going to keep bringing me down. I mean, I forgive her for the way she's treated me. And I asked her to forgive me too as well, like for my actions, but she's just so standoffish about the whole situation. But I'm trying to be humble and not be that way towards her, even though she's rotten towards me, basically, so to speak. And what was the other part there? My bad.
Which part? Because
What?
D, you're muted.
You're muted, brother.
which part? There was multiple
Oh,
parts. Sorry, Joe C's texting. I'm trying to say the Google Meets isn't on the App Store, but I'm like, yes, it is.
and I'm literally trying to, learn to forgive myself too. And that's, I'm big on being humble. Like I try to humble myself to be able to,
So I mean, you're still on the journey of working the steps, but the step 8 is listing out like those resentments, those harms done, and being willing to
to change.
make those amends, whether it be by changed actions or verbal or however. Um, and like I was saying, for me, like the principle behind it's love. This is showing not only do I love me and my sobriety, but I love the other people I'd harmed, and regardless of the situations that went on, like a lot of it was fueled by drugs and alcohol. Like I would have
Yeah.
probably never done the majority of shit I did in my lifetime if I was not under the influence. And not to use that as a scapegoat, but
Right.
because it's not. But I probably would have never made it to a penitentiary. Most of the people that I did harm probably would have never been harmed. But when I'm lost in the sauce and way out there, like anybody, doesn't matter whether they're my family or who they are, like they can be in the midst of my stuff too, very easily. So for me, like changed actions was the best thing I could have, right? To show everybody for the longest. And the longer I showed those change actions, the more people started coming back into my life or popping up in my life. And that let me know that when they were popped back in my life, then that was the time for me to get right with them. Instead of an early
Right.
recovery when I was drowned in those feelings. Whoop, whoop, Josie. When I was drowned in those feelings like you were talking about, I hit that depression. I'm all in my head thinking about all the stuff I'd done in my life, right? Now I want to go make amends to these people, but that's not the time because I'm still processing um, all the stuff that happened. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even fully dealt with those emotions. Yeah, I want to apologize, but am I going to do it to where I'm causing more harm to them or messing them up more by bringing it up, or am I doing it just to make myself feel better, or am I doing it because I actually feel like it should be done, right? To
Right.
kind of like the last meeting I was in with Chris, to actually like, even if I didn't feel bad about it, but maybe they have ill feelings from it, that they can get over what happened on their side.
Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, and I totally agree with you on that as well. I, you know, you hit the nail on the head with that one, brother. Like, it, that's exactly, you know, how I feel. Like, I'm not doing it for my. I'm doing it. I'm trying to, stay on this path to sobriety for myself, and I love the people that I ended up hurting. I do. I love more than you know than anything, and I'm trying. I try to make amends and try, basically let them know that I am deeply sorry for everything that has happened. I agree with everything you said, Debbie. I really do. And it makes a lot of sense.
Okay, Chris keeps raising his hand. I think he wants to share. And Josie's dyeing
All
her
right.
hair.
So
She
one
showed
of the
herself
biggest
for a
things
second,
that
but she's covering
we
hair now.
say inside of recovery, especially coming from like 12-step groups, is change the things you can, accept the things you can't, and then move on. So you make your amends to the people that you can apologize to and make the changes in your life so that you can move forward. And the things that you can't change, the things you can't apologize for, the people you can't talk to anymore, you accept that. You make your peace with that, and then you move forward. Because there's no point in looking behind you when you're trying to step forward. Because you can't. Because when you're looking behind you and trying to move forward, you're going to end up flat on your fucking face.
Real shit.
Go ahead, Josie. Your hand was raised.
Josie has things to say.
Yeah, not a bunch to say because I'm in the middle of a process. I was going to say falling on your face or being a dumbass like me and dyeing your hair without gloves, but now I'm doing it with gloves, so there you go.
Yeah, what
That
color?
would be
What color
another
are you going
thing to
this time?
say that you can mess up on with different things.
What color are you
So,
going
there you
this
go.
time?
I'll never tell. You're not allowed to know yet because it's not freaking done.
It's going to be shit brown.
Glad to have you back. Welcome to Google Meets, where we will be meeting from now on.
My
Shit,
phone
Brown.
didn't like it.
None of our anythings liked it,
Yeah.
but
My
it's
life
what we
didn't
can
like it,
afford.
but here I am, still
I
here.
figured it out, so it's okay.
You figured out the easy part. Chris just had to spend hours today walking me through getting this to stream to like YouTube and Facebook and start this and learn how to do computers because I'm retarded when it comes to computers.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I don't have my laptop, so I was doing it on a phone. I think it would be easier on a computer than a phone.
It's not. This is what I'm doing for my
On the
birthday.
computer, it literally opens up as a web page. It's not even an application. It's fancy.
This is what I'm doing for my birthday, just so I can see your beautiful faces on this Friday night.
Awesome. Happy birthday,
Oh yeah,
motherfucker.
I suck. Happy birthday, homie.
Love you all. No,
Whoop, whoop.
no
I
place
believe
I'd
it.
rather be.
No. Well, I appreciate you putting in the effort during your birthday.
Oh, I don't care.
Right on.
I would. This is where I don't. I want to be around my people during my birthday, and since it's Thanksgiving week, I'll never see any of them really, anyways.
Yeah, I feel that. So,
Sing dust,
with
motherfucker.
with the idea of making amends, have you made any amends this year, D?
Yeah, I told you a bunch. They started popping up before the gathering, and they just keep coming out of nowhere. An ex-girlfriend, some old homies from fucking ever ago, just people I haven't even thought about. Just pop up, and I'm like, oh, well, since you're here, I guess I owe you amends because I don't know what all I did to you, but I know I was a terrible person. A lot of them were like, honestly, I believe you were actually a good person. I just think the drugs and alcohol had your head so fucking warped you did fucked up shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Because I can't remember everything I even did, you know? And like, even ran into one of my wife's coworkers, and he's like, I always thought you had a great vibe, even if you were fucked up on drugs. And I was just like, oh, so like, had me thinking like maybe I'm not as bad as I thought I was, but I know I was fucking terrible, regardless, at one point or another.
Yeah. I feel like that's the same for all of us. You know, no matter how good or bad we think we were probably a lot worse at some point.
I mean, so a lot of my sobriety, like my first couple years, most of my stuff was just living amends. You know, it was doing the change actions. You know, being there for the fellow and suffering addict or alcoholic, doing service work, letting people just vent, giving people suggestions or advice that were on their way because I was already ahead of what they were doing. But I didn't really start making like. Year one was definitely all living amends. I was not prepared to make amends to a lot of people because I was afraid like it wouldn't have been genuine. I would have came up like rehashing events, right? And it'd been more like a backhanded amends, and I didn't want none of that. So like a lot of my stuff wasn't until later. I had to mature emotionally and mentally for a little while to learn how to keep things on my side of the street and not dive into things and hurt anybody else in the process of me cleaning up my past actions, you know? That was a hard thing to learn, the balance of it, you know?
Yeah, I can imagine. I know we also just went through Thanksgiving. Do you have anything to be thankful for this year that's new?
Me? Everything. Everything this year is new. Let's see. Went to my first gathering. Bought a house. Got married. Can take care of my autistic brother the rest of my life. Got y'all on my side through everything that's been going on this year. Promotions at work. At both jobs. Like, I can't complain. This year's been dope. I came into 2022 the New Year's Day. I jumped out of a plane. It was my first time in a plane, my first time going skydiving. I jumped out and I said I was gonna make 2022 my bitch, and so far 2022 has been my bitch. Like all this stuff that I never thought I'd do in my life, I did it.
There, you got your virtual clap. Did some good shit. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's only gonna keep going. Now I have more goals for next year. You know, LLC,
Yeah.
motorcycles license, motorcycle, go back to school. I mean, I have stuff to do. It's never gonna end.
No, I dig it. Josie, I know you did the Thanksgiving thing. Do you have anything to be thankful for?
What did I do now? Why do I have to be thankful for something? I guess for people putting up with my ass, even though they don't have to, even though I drive them crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm really glad I haven't pooped my pants this year.
Oh, you know what? I had like 30 something people text me today and wish me happy birthday, and I didn't even check Facebook yet. Alright? I've never once in my life had that many people on my birthday actually just like want to wish me a happy birthday. Usually I was the guy like, it's my birthday weekend, what are you doing? You with your family? You're not? Cool, come let's get fucked up, because I got like 4 handles over here and X, Y, and Z, and you know, begging people to hang out with me on my birthday, and only came because of drugs and alcohol. Like now people are just like texting me, like I woke up and I had like 15 texts on my phone, I'm like what the fuck, and then it just kept going all day long. It's pretty dope.
Josie, say a thing.
Speak.
Wait a minute. I just thought of something. You did it to me on my birthday. Where's your fucking cake or something, asshole?
I don't have a cupcake.
Well, you need to eat something because you made me do it,
Cheesecake.
and I remembered.
I
So,
have
Cheesecake.
I have cheesecake, but it's downstairs. I can't leave downstairs.
No, go get it.
Oh, you need to go get it. You made me eat a cupcake.
No, Chris made
Sorry.
you eat a cupcake. I egged it on.
Yeah, it's my fault. Go get fucking cheesecake. It's that time. Is that a Twinkie?
It's a strawberry shortcake roll. I keep a junk drawer by my bed, so if I want something sweet, I don't have to go out downstairs at nighttime.
That is like the most adult thing I've ever heard.
My bottom drawer, my dresser.
Really?
Junk
That's
drawer.
cheating.
What?
Now you have to put the whole thing in your mouth at once then, because that looks really fucked up for you
Oh,
to be eating.
yeah. Did you suck the cream out?
It's strawberry.
Delicious. I'm so glad I'm here for
Unlike
this.
Chris,
Happy
I have a
birthday.
gag reflex, so I can't put the whole thing in my mouth, Josie.
I'm fucking disappointed.
Yeah, you were supposed to eat the whole thing at once. I had to eat 2 cupcakes.
You didn't eat the whole thing at once, though.
One of them I shoved the whole thing in my mouth pretty
No,
much.
I don't
Almost.
believe it. Almost. See,
Yeah.
there's that word.
Almost. Almost isn't all the way. I don't support quitters.
I got about 2 inches in my mouth, and I couldn't go no more. Well, I guess Bricks isn't coming back.
I don't think Bricks is coming back. So, what do we have left to talk about? We already talked about making amends and moving forward. I said some things. You ate a cake. Josie showed off the blonde hair.
I missed that part.
Is it red
Oh,
now?
it's not blonde.
Yeah.
It's red.
Dope.
Yep, back to red now that I was muted. But yep, back to red.
Mine needs to get color.
Perfect.
again. I'm losing
It's a
my
good color on you.
color. Losing my color.
Well, I'm glad you can make it back to meetings. Are things all good at home?
So you're talking to me.
Yes.
See?
Things are disaster area at times, but I'm good.
Okay. I just know that
I'm
there was a
alive.
bit of a
There's-
scuffle.
See, I would say I have people around me to keep me away from all the cop activity because there's a lot of nonsense and bullshit that has nothing to do with me happening. So I'm not getting in the way of the fire.
Dope. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank
we
you.
we do have one new meeting. I don't think you've been to. We've got that on Sunday at like 1:30. That's the story time meeting, and then
Yeah,
two
I
weeks
know. I saw.
2 weeks from now we're gonna have another new meeting coming in. I can't release new details on that just yet. So you're gonna have a lot more options.
Yeah, I'll be around more if I can stop breaking my phone, or you guys can stop switching things, or the world stops being weird.
I'm really hoping we're done switching things. Like this is similar enough to
I
Zoom,
bet
and
it's.
it does.
I was gonna say this seems more easier than Zoom in a sense, kind of. I don't even want to know the hassle you guys went through, but I would say on my end, seeing this looks easier than Zoom.
It's better. It's cheaper. We'll be able to do this comfortably. It's just we're gonna run into hiccups because it's new to everybody. So at some point, I'm sure there's going to be some kind of disaster I'm going to have to figure out, or Frank's going to have to figure out, because D can't insert girder into computer good.
No, no, no.
D, you're muted. We can't hear you make
It's a
words.
funny word.
No, no, no. I know I was muted. That's why I shook my head and mouth no. Listen, I'm an ancient, so like, as much as I can do now is still a lot compared to like how it was when I went to prison for 4 years. So I'm proud. I'm proud enough.
I will teach you.
I had to be taught how to use Facebook.
I feel that. But I'm just glad that we're all set up. We're solid. We're good. We're going to be able to continue to hold meetings. And there shouldn't be any more major disasters, I hope. I wish.
There could be.
I wish
The internet
things
could
were
crash.
easier. What are you crashing on me?
Nada. The internet could crash because people are too much on the internet at times. So there you go. That could happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm not saying I would, but
Facebook might
okay,
crash,
let's hope not.
Not the internet.
True.
Yeah.
Good point.
The only way the internet's crashing is if like a EPM gets fucking dropped over the US.
Right.
Big words.
Yeah, like
Hey.
even still. Right, but it's just unrealistic. And since this is going through Google, and Google is, giant corporation, I doubt this is going away anytime soon. So we should be solid.
Oh no. I can join on my phone. And then I can do this.
Mute your computer.
It's muted now. It's muted.
It's muted now. Okay. So you can do the thing, so you can go have a smoke.
Yeah, I could do the thing. Do the thing. I'm just waiting to see if fucking Dave shows up, because it's fucking Dave.
Well, if Dave is out doing Black Friday shopping,
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be joining a meeting. So I think this is a solid enough place to end it, unless Josie wants to just talk some shit.
Why do I have to talk shit? I don't have stuff to talk. Do you have shit to talk? No. Okay. Apparently, I don't know. And anyone that I know apparently is not coming on or doesn't understand this.
That's fine. Yeah, it was a debacle getting it up and running. So, but it is what it is. We'll continue to grow as we go. But I think with that, I'm gonna at least drop out because I'm old and want bed.
Oh yeah, really dope.
Bedtime.
And I need to rinse hair time.
No, you're stuck.
I have
like
14
that
minutes. I need to rinse it out. Why?
No.
It's windy and kind of rainy outside.